It's got this 21 hybrid here. Some mirrors. Let's see. So we have error codes present. These two error codes. I think that's engine protect F5 and 01 that's CO5. I'm not sure what that is. That code 9CO5 is actually under voltage error on PLC extended side VDD2. So it's gonna be possibly the fuse gone, but we look into it. So engine protector. That's what I'm thinking here is that engine. That's why I have engine symbol. We go safety. No, we go engine info. Engine oil pressure is green, and I think that should be red. That's why we're having issues with the engine protect error. And that's oil pressure switch here. So that should be grounded. So I'm wondering if it's actually grounded or not. Maybe we have to measure resistance to ground on that switch. If it is grounded, then we know the issue maybe is with the wiring. I wonder what's happening with this machine. Look, all this mud here. It's a lot of splashes on it. But yeah, let's do the check with the resistance check first, and we're gonna go from there. So I got my multimeter. So I'm taking ground from the B minus here because it should be linked to the chassis, 12 volt, and then I'm gonna go and put it on. If I can reach it on here. And that is on oil pressure switch, and that is reading 4.6, 4.7 ohms. So that's slightly high. I would expect that to be a bit lower. It should be kind of short circuit ground because it's grounding for the metal ball inside the sensor. Let me check engine ground. Okay, so look, if I'm measuring on the engine, actually I'm having same resistance. So the switch is grounding correctly, but for some reason we have a higher resistance than we should be. So wait, if I'm gonna, so maybe it's a problem with this here, fuse gone, because if we are connected into the chassis, let's see if I can set this up. So I wonder if I can measure between this point and the engine and then see what sort of resistance I have. So manage connect onto that point, and now measuring to the engine, I'm having 2.9 ohms. That's slightly high, but maybe it's some voltage there difference. Nope. Alright, so I think we actually possibly having the ground fuses gone. So let's start with this one here. Let me open this up. So that one is good. I will do check on the control side now. So here on the control side we have some fuses as well. So the blue ones, as always, remember to ground. So 2 amp. That seems to be good. And the next one 2 amp as well. That seems to be good as well. So there's not a problem here with the ground. So why we're not having good resistance? Could that be because I had the machine on? Let's try it now again. I have the machine switched off and see if the resistance has changed now. Alright, so machine is off now. So I'm doing the ground check on it. To the engine we have 1 ohm, so it's alright. To the switch, that's for the switch, and 1 free. So so that's a bit better. So I think maybe we had some ground noises from the controller, and there is some differential voltage, tiny voltage between two different grounds, and that's why I can't read them correctly when the machine is on. But we know the switch is good, and because it's reading 1 ohm. So let's put all these grounds together. Oh, actually, look, I was measuring without the fuse. Let's try with the fuse. I wonder if that is gonna make a difference. So with the fuse, still a 0.8, so this is very similar. It's a bit lower, but it still goes to 0. Alright, so we know it's not a problem with the wiring, possibly, or not necessarily wiring, but with the engine oil pressure switch. We will have to look in the wiring and maybe that PLC fuse as well. Okay, so I'm starting up again. I look into error codes. That's a under voltage and the engine sensor. But now I'm just looking a bit more closer into the fuses here. I cannot see anything wrong. And looking into PLC, see if the wiring is alright. And what I see on this side, the plug is not sitting in properly. The light is flashing green, but if you look on this side, you see the plug is nice and straight, and on that side is not straight. So if you look inside that hole here, you should see the plug, like on here, yeah? See that plastic locking point, and there's nothing here. So let's try to reconnect. Let's plug the connector in together. So let's remove it first here. So plug is out. All the connection points looking good. So first what we need to do here is not putting the top one in, but first always put the bottom side in, because it has to go in there, you see, like that. And then you have connector right there, yeah? You see, it's now is located in properly. Then push the top in and then lock it in place. I've seen this so many times when that's not sitting in properly at the bottom, causing lots of problems. But I don't know if that's gonna fix the problem here, but let's try. Switch machine on. His all errors disappeared. But remember, engine protect came on a bit later on. So it's let's try enable button. That's working. All right, let's do some more testing and see if it's working. But it seems like it's cured the problem. So that is easy fix for now.